everyone. Today we are going to talk about the topic of passive income, specifically Spoonflower being passive income and Redbubble and Society6 are not. If this is the first time you're here, welcome, welcome. I'm Aurora B, and this is This Creative Life with me. So it's been a little while since I've been on. As some of you know, I am a new mom. So if you hear my daughter, that's just mom life. But I do want to make sure I'm getting back, saying hello, and keeping my channel going. But one thing I have noticed when I have had less time lately to be focused on certain aspects of my art career is the difference between some of the platforms. So my daughter is 4.5 months now. So the last 4.5 months, while I have been making art, and I've even been uploading it to all three of the sites I mentioned, so Spoonflower, Redbubble, and Society6, I had not been taking the time to make any postings myself. So I had made a few social media postings, but really nothing. So what I started noticing was, while I had talked in the past about Spoonflower maybe perhaps not being such a good idea because you do need to pay to proof, I would wake up many a morning or just be checking my email at lunch and suddenly notice I'd made a sale. And it was really exciting, especially in the first month or two after my daughter was born, because I really wasn't making much art, just a little bit. And just to see that things were happening and I was making sales, not doing any work, was super exciting. So that was Spoonflower. And I was really surprised. On the other hand, Redbubble, which I was excited about because I think I told some of you I had reached that 50 sale mark, which some people said once you get 50 sales, Redbubble really starts promoting you. My sales dropped off completely. I think maybe I got one sale in the last 5-ish months, and the same Society6. I saw nothing, and then I saw that there was one sale, but that was actually something I had proved. So I had just bought something off of Society6 myself, and that showed up. So really nothing at all. And so there was a huge spike when I first started posting a lot of things on my personal social media account. And then despite the fact that I had uploaded more to those two sites, there was nothing coming in. So I am going to get back to promoting my stuff a little more, but I am a little disappointed that, despite getting to that 50 sale mark, really, there's nothing passive about it. You need to be actively selling. And so, you really have to think about it. If you're going to be actively selling, do you want to be maybe making a better margin, doing stuff with like different types of drop shipping? And that's something I'm going to have to think about, because of course, Redbubble and Society6, they take, a big percentage and you only get a little bit, whereas you might be able to make more. So if you're going to be doing all the legwork, are those the best sites to work with? I don't know. That's for you. If you have experiences with Redbubble and Society6, let me know. The other thing is that it's possible just that those sites have gotten so flooded that there's just, one little voice can't stand out in all of the noise. So that was kind of what I wanted to talk about with passive income, Spoonflower versus the rest of the sites. The other thing I wanted to mention was, my own silly mom brain mistake. And if I am rambling a little, I do have mom brain. It's a thing. I do get some sleep, but not as much as usual. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is just a reminder to all of you to put tags and descriptions with all of your art on print-on-demand sites, including Spoonflower. So although I had noticed that I was starting to get regular sales from Spoonflower, definitely made more than I've spent on proofing, which is super exciting, I noticed that it was only my watercolor designs that were selling and none of that I had put into Photoshop. So I had been making patterns and designs in watercolor and putting them on Photoshop, and those had started selling, and it was really exciting. But I took Bonnie Christine's pattern design course and started making some stuff in Illustrator. I do use watercolor for some of it, some acrylic, some line drawing, but the aesthetic is different in the end result, right? It's vector art. And I wasn't selling any of that on Spoonflower. And so I thought, do I need to go back to my watercolor designs, or these, I know it's kind of a new style, but it's such a stark difference. And then today, when I finally started uploading some patterns from my new collection, my second collection, I noticed that in my first collection, I hadn't put a single tag or description on any of the patterns. So it's really no wonder that none of the patterns had sold. And so I think, it's just a reminder to all of you that, if you don't put a tag or description, no one's going to have any way of seeing your work. And some of that is I finished that series right as my daughter was born. So I realized I had never put the tags or descriptions up on Spoonflower because I had been in the middle of proofing them. And I think I got them proofed like the day before she was born or something. I set them for sale, but I didn't go back and put the descriptions. I didn't go back and put the tags. And I never really did, beyond one or two of the designs, I never did any social media postings for any of them. So really, these patterns were just, especially on Spoonflower, in a void. So I went and rectified that today, and I am going to see if that makes a difference. I was talking, it's sort of like a, mentor, a peer group of other artists doing surface pattern design. And some of us were talking about, do we want to return to Photoshop after doing stuff in Illustrator? And I thought maybe I should. And I do want to play around again more with Photoshop. But I think I should give it a chance to see what happens now that I've actually put descriptions and tags. And I am going to spend the next, month or two starting to promote the design for my first collection, because I realized I totally hadn't done that. And I was about to get ready to promote my second collection as soon as those proofs were ready. But I'm going to try to hold my horses on the second collection, go back to the first, and see what happens. So as I said, a bit of rambling. If you have mom brain and you're an artist, I would love to hear your comments. I would love to hear how it's going for you as a new mom or a seasoned mom and being an artist. I'd love to hear about your experiences with Spoonflower versus Redbubble or Society6 as an artist or designer. And if you would, please subscribe, like, or even dislike, write a good comment, a bad comment. The algorithms, they just want you to engage, and so do I. So thanks for listening. I'm going to try to post a little more regularly now, but we'll see how it goes. Talk to you all later. Bye.